Hey friends, hope you're doing well today. I'd like to share a small story with you. There was this statue that was constructed right at the middle of the town. The statue was so beautiful that people would come and admire it. They would, just look at the beauty, take pictures with it, and people would come from faraway places just to look at this statue because it was sculpted so beautifully. And one day, as the statue was standing in the middle of the town, with all its beauty, right next to the statue on the floor was a marble tile. Now you understand that the marble tile and the statue were made from the same rock. So the marble tile one day was having a conversation with the statue. The marble tile says, "Hey statue, do you remember that we both came from the same rock?" The statue looked down and said, "Yes, I do remember. We do come from the same rock." Then the marble tile that is on the floor says, "Isn't it unfair that people walk over me just so they could see you? They just come, they stand on me, they take pictures of you, and then they walk away. And throughout the day, people are standing on me. And it's so unfair that we come from the same rock, but you're this beautiful statue and I'm this, small little marble floor on the ground." Then the statue replied by saying, "Well, I do remember the sculptor took your piece first. While he was breaking the rock, he took you out and he tried to sculpt you with his tools. But you see, you resisted the sculpture's tools. You were crying out and saying, 'It's too difficult for me, the tools are hurting me,' and you gave up. You didn't go through the process of the sculpting. And you see, when the sculptor came to me, I allowed him to work on me. I allowed his tools to hurt me and go through me. But through that pain, I became this beautiful statue, and you just became a square tile that was just placed on the floor." And friends, when we look at this simple story, we can understand one simple point, that we should never lose hope. Because sometimes trials and tribulations, make us a better person. They make us understand of our surroundings. Sometimes it's good to go under tribulation, it's good to undergo trials, under sufferings. But you've got to understand that at the end of the day, there is still hope in Christ. Because when you look at this whole year, we faced the pandemic, the virus, and all that's been happening with the economy, with the job loss, with so many tensions at home. This whole year has been filled with so much of negativity and so much of sorrow. But friends, this Christmas season, let's hold on to that hope, because Christ was born on this earth for a reason. He was born to give us salvation. He was born so that he may go on the cross and give his body and his blood. Let's not forget that, because that is where our hope lies, and that is where we need to put our trust in. And when we look at this Christmas time, let's look at the peace, let's look at the joy, let's look at the happiness, and let's look at the hope that Christ brings in our lives in this season of Christmas. And when you read Romans chapter 12, verse 12, it says, "Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer." Be joyful in hope, be patient in afflictions, and faithful in prayer. Friends, we need to be patient in our afflictions. There's been a lot of pain, there's a lot of suffering, a lot of death that has happened this past year. But when we look at Christmas, it gives us that hope, it gives us that smile. So friends, don't lose hope, okay? Don't give up, because if you give up, you'll end up on the floor just like that tile. So keep hoping in Christ so that you'll be a magnificent statue. Take care. God bless.